If you at all play video games, or even if you've heard of them in passing, you have probably heard of one of the products or played one of the products that is either owned or developed by Square Enix. These could include the Deus Ex games, the Thief games, the Tomb Raider games, and Life is Strange 2, some of the most influential games of all time, some of the most influential franchises of all time. There's just so many of them, or at least there were. See, for a bit of context for this, on the 11th of May in 2018, the company announced that they were going to start looking into blockchain. They said that they would be, quote, aggressively investing in that area. Then, in 2019, in a New Year's address, the company said, or at least the president of the company said, that they were going to, again, be looking into the blockchain, saying that with the subsiding of the cryptocurrency bubble, the use of blockchain tech has spread to a variety of non-cryptocurrency domains. One has been the gaming space, where there have been some interesting developments with games and game platform services using blockchain tech. We're interested in the potential applications for this and in the digital content space. Basically, they have said internally, we're going to be heavily investing in this to investors, and then again internally to employees, we are looking into this again. And of course, this doesn't end here. On March the 17th, 2021, it was announced that Double Jump Tokyo, which is a primarily blockchain-based company, would be teaming up with Square Enix to make some NFTs for the Million Arthur series. But this shows that not only are Square Enix heavily investing money and time and resources into the space, but they're also partnering up with other companies that are involved with it to expand their use of the blockchain technology. Specifically, what they said to investors was, today I'll be discussing taking on new domains, namely concrete initiatives involving NFTs and our full-fledged entry into blockchain games. Talking about the partnership with Double Jump Tokyo. Keep saying Double Tap, playing too much Call of Duty Zombies. But this is them basically saying, NFTs are here, they're what we're going to be involved in from now on. We'll be taking it on, we're going to be doing it solidly, this is going to be our full-fledged entry, we aren't backing out. And of course, they weren't lying when they said that they weren't going to be backing out. Then, in 2022, in a New Year's letter, an address from the president, they announced, he said NFTs so many times in one single paragraph, I swear to God, I almost got an aneurysm. But the most interesting part of what he said was that he saw 2021 not only as the first year of the metaverse, but also the first year for NFTs, given that it was a year in which NFTs were met with a great deal of enthusiasm by a rapidly expanding user base. Can't help but laugh, can you? Now, this has all led, obviously, to the latest development. The latest development being, of course, the selling of 3 studios, over 1,000 employees, and over 50 different IPs. This includes, of course, the Tomb Raider franchise, the Thief franchise, the Deus Ex franchise, the Marvel license, as well as many, many others. Now, this is actually pretty good, I'd say. Some of the companies that were sold, by the way, were Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal, just 2 of those 3. And it's 3 Western studios. They've basically exited the Western market. And they've sold them to the Embracer Group. The Embracer Group has been eating up other little companies. The companies that Embracer Group have previously bought in the gaming space are 3D Realms, THQ Nordic, and Gearbox Studios. This is a huge investment, a huge purchase by Embracer Group. And Square Enix have done it purely for the blockchain. They said that this sale would help to, quote, enables the launch of new businesses by moving forward with investments in fields including blockchain, AI, and the cloud. Now, many people are going to be saying that, oh, it's also investing in AI and the cloud. But the thing is, with everything that I've just shown you and told you, it should be fairly obvious that they have been heavily interested in the blockchain space, in particular, for well over 4 years. And, of course, this is probably the worst decision they could have made. The reason that I'm making this video now, instead of doing it earlier, I was going to do it earlier. Problem is, I'm lazy. But also because recently there was a huge crash in the cryptocurrency market. I'm not going to explain it here. I'm going to link you a video by Upper Echelon Gamers, who's a channel I would highly recommend subscribing to. I'm going to recommend you a video which talks about the crash in the cryptocurrency space. However, NFTs, which is a bit different, but really just the same, I'm going to be saying a bit more about. We have seen the fact that a huge downturn in the amount of active users. If basically 85% of all purchases are being made by 10% of all wallets, the majority of people have stepped out, and sometimes these purchases are self-funded, so they'll sell something and then they'll buy it back. And they're doing this constantly to try and inflate the price. So whilst the price of NFTs and the amount of sales of NFTs may go up, the interest in them is not, and it's just a small group of people who are selling them. Not to mention, the NFTs that are being sold aren't always popular. So in a group of about 30 sets of different NFTs, only about 3 of them are actually going to gain traction, and only about 3 of them are going to be actually wanted by people. So you may be wondering, what happens now? Well, for Square Enix, it's their time to take the L, admit that the investment was very bad, say to investors that they're going to try better in future, reinvest in the Western market, and I'm making this all up, they have doubled down. Hell, they have tripled down on the blockchain, and they've confirmed, no, we are not backing down on this. And of course, it's a terrible move, you know. I mean, given the recent crash in the cryptocurrency space, they may be reconsidering it. Now, this has effectively just pushed them out now of the Western market. They have lost their famous Western IPs, they have lost famous Western studios, and they've lost it to the Embracer Group. And it's probably going to do better with Embracer Group than it was ever going to do with them. Now, whether you think that this purchase is good for games, is good for those games, it's up to you. I think that that the Embracer Group is probably going to do better with these IPs than, you know, they ever could do under Square Enix. Whether this means we'll finally be getting a sequel to the last Deus Ex game, which was Deus Ex Mankind Divided, we may be seeing another one. We may be seeing more Tomb Raider games. Hell, what we may even see is another Thief oh god, no, please, hopefully not. But, well, this has just been the worst purchase for Square Enix, obviously. You know, I can't reiterate it enough. They're investing in a space that is not growing. People are not investing in it. People are not getting interested in it. It's so obvious. You've got more people, more companies, and more intellectual properties and all trying to get into NFTs. You've got Mr. Bean making NFTs now. You've got the UK government investing in NFTs. But nobody's interested. Nobody is going to be interested because it's not something that people want to see. It's not something that people care about. And public interest has, at this point, faded entirely. and faith in cryptocurrency has, I think, forever been tarnished. Square Enix have made a bad investment, a very bad one, and they're going to feel it for quite a while. It's going to take a long time for them to recover, if ever, from this, and it may even take being bought out by a larger company like Sony for them to ever fully recover. But that's all for this video. My link's in the description. I want you guys to comment your thoughts and opinions on this whole situation with Embracer Group and with THQ, Gearbox and all being owned by them, and the new additions in their library, as well as Square Enix and their investments. You know, are you one of the crypto bros? Do you think that cryptocurrency is still going to take off? In which case, how does it feel to be so wrong? But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. I've got more content coming out. I really do hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, again, like and subscribe. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you in the next one, hopefully. Bye. Love yous.